Clemens Homebrew coming at you with a beer review out here on another beautiful day. I think Oregon's going to get no rain this year. We seem to be reserving it all for the East Coast. So on that note, I thought I'd go to the East Coast for a beer. That's right. Here it is. It's the Molotov Lite from Evil Twin Brewing, Evil Twin being out of Brooklyn, New York. And it's brewed for them by Two Roads Brewing, which is out of Connecticut, actually. So this is an Imperial IPA. It's 8.5% ABV. People on the East Coast probably know this one very well. I haven't seen it in the stores before, so I grabbed it. Let's go ahead and get it cracked open. Wow, that's pretty. Look at that. Well, I got some floaties. That doesn't ever bother me a whole lot. There's floaties in there, though, just for those that it does bother. We've got a one-finger head, very white. It's very nice orangey type color. And let's go ahead and get the nose. Oh yeah, okay, we're getting a lot of aroma right away. It's not huge in your face, but it's there. You can tell there's a nice sweetness on this. And the first thing I got was like some orange to tangerine type aromas. There's like probably a little bit of caramel on it, very light. And there's a bit of resin on there. There's some pine on it. But there's some more citrus and other characters, a little bit of tropical, it seemed like. Yeah, there's some nice sweetness. I'm getting a bit of a mango off of it, and maybe a hint of a pineapple, but mostly really the mango. But there's something else, like maybe like a passion fruit, kind of an essence on there on the tropical side. And then you're also picking up like a grapefruit / grapefruit rind, more on the grapefruit rind side. So, but I'm not getting a lot more than that, so we're gonna go ahead and jump in. Cheers. Wow, I wish I knew what hops were on this. This is interesting. It's drying out rather quickly. You definitely get pine needles. You definitely get resin on there big time. You get a bit of a dankness on it. There's no question about that either. There's this real floral quality to it. Very floral. Makes me think a little bit of almost like fresh hops, like it was brewed that way. And there's like this herbal quality too that's going on big time. A bit of earthiness and herbalness to it. Right, the very, very front. It hits you with this nice sweetness, some tropical notes. You get that mango at that point. You get a bit of a, I want to say a tangerine, citrus, but that's just, first it just hits your tongue in the back of your throat, and then it shifts. I'd say almost most definitely some Citra on this. It's not like a full caddy taste, but it strikes me as Citra being on there for sure, because you get a little bit of that caddy taste, very lightly so. So then it shifts into that little bit of a Citra note, I would say, and then it quickly goes to this big pine and resin aspect. I mean, big time. And you definitely get some grapefruit, but at this point, I'm going to say it's yellow grapefruit, and it is the grapefruit rind you're getting, not so much the fruit. There's also like a hint of like a grassy note on it as well. But I'm gonna love dankness, but this floral character and the pine character are huge, almost causing me to pucker up. I'll look to see, I looked once before, didn't see it, so I don't see any dates on this, so I have no idea of the age. But it's an interesting beer, it's refreshing, but it's so drying out on the palate that it's not exactly quenching that thirst that I have per se. So I'm gonna take a little time with this and I'll be back. Woo, this is an interesting beer. It's got a lot of zing to it, let me tell you. I mean, zing. It's got, truly, there's citrus in it. There's no question in my mind, and it's got just a big old Citra kick, and it just really kind of hits you. Even now that I've been sipping it for a good while, took some time with it. It still kind of hit me. I took a little break. I like doing that, and I came back. It's slightly warmer. One thing that really hit me on the nose this time and on the palate is that there is a good bit of caramel character on it, which it's not all that dark, so I was surprised that there was so much caramel, which I like caramel, so that's a plus. But the big time. I mean, it really kind of hits you. There is just so much resin quality, at least on the can I've got here. I'd be curious your comments if you've had different. So in terms of ratings, Imperial IPA, you know, it's I always have a big thing that end taste, what it leaves in your mouth, is really important. And while I don't mind dry beers, I can handle that. And while I don't mind having a bit of resin, you know, building up on the palate, but there's this herbal quality which I can't define. I'm going to just call it like an herbal and floral quality that's very strong in the beer, and it's not pleasurable on the tongue. You know, it doesn't leave a pleasing taste. I would rather have it just kind of clear out the palate. I think that's sometimes the best, or leave a sweetness on your mouth, but not like herbal qualities and floral qualities. Those don't sit well with me. So while it does have some fun redeeming qualities, I can't rank it really high. Imperial IPAs, I'm going 87. And then overall, because I don't know, I mean, it was better at the beginning. I mean, this resin is building, but this herbal quality and this, like, I want to say green quality. So it has to do with the hops that they've used. I don't know. I have to go, I'm going to just go to a straight old B, which is sad because there's some really good stuff in here, but that aftertaste is doing it all. So 85 on my overall. Here it is again. It's the Molotov Lite from Evil Twin Brewing out of Brooklyn, New York. If you've had a different experience than this from me, let me know. Maybe I need to get a fresher can. There's no date on this, Evil Twin. I'm telling you, that's a boo-boo. This is Kevin Clements here saying life is too short to drink cheap beer, and I'll see you on the next beer review.